Our next guest, I mean, you all better get ready for this because
Yeah.
I saw his jacket earlier and I want it. I might ask him for it
Sell
after
it
this.
to you.
He'll sell it to me. All right.
No problem. Sell it
Yeah,
to you.
I'm going to start a share fund. See how much we can raise here for it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it looks good. Look at
Yeah,
that thing.
it's
Mr. King.
it lights a little bright on you guys. Sorry about that.
It's all right. It looks good. Yeah. Well, I'm Albert. Good to
Hey,
meet you.
Albert.
Yeah,
Well, you know you are at the Kellogg Network of Texas
That's
Leadership Symposium here, so we
were just saying it's a mouthful. I love it. Well, first of all, I love your hat and great event, and thank you so much.
Oh.
It's
Well, it's nice that
outstanding.
you found a little place.
We did. We found this little nook.
It's worked out great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's great. Well, why don't you walk us through who you are, share with the audience who you are, and walk through the event and all of that.
Well, the official Kellogg side, I'm part of the board of directors, so we have done this for the last 20 years, basically.
Yeah.
And that's why we have 300 people here right now, is because it's earned the reputation
Sold out.
from other people, and then we do awful lot of time, a lot of promotions of it. But anyway, I'm a chief strategy officer with a company called Exploria Technology.
Yes.
So, following your AI stories, you guys are pretty good at this AI stuff.
Thank you. Well, we're always looking to improve too, and we appreciate you following along. Chief Strategy Officer, walk me through some of the different case studies or pain points that you've recently had to solve for. And
Well, a lot of our customers are going, obviously, after the data and the
Right.
AI side. So we put together teams for that. Exploria works both offshore, nearshore, and in people's domestic groups. Obviously, we need to incorporate some of your guys' programs into it, because you've done a nice job with putting that manage platform together.
yeah, we're excited about the managed services platform that we've done with White Glove AI. And let's have a conversation. I'd love to know, from your experience and those that you connect with, because you're right. I mean, this place is sold out. The energy was great. But what I found, and anywhere that I go, is you have those that are adopting AI, using it, and want to go further, and some that are a little hesitant. Where do you find yourself, or maybe those that you interact with, in that spectrum, and what's the why behind it?
Well, it's early adopters, and there's adopters that are getting on. I mean, I'm even one of them. I use it for sales and marketing quite a bit.
Yeah.
But the organizations that we deal with want to do it right. So they want the right people in, and they want the right type of approach. You guys can take them even another step further. We're getting them the precious resource, which is people
Right.
that actually can help them with it.
Yeah, and that's where we recently released our AI AMF, our adoption management
That's
framework.
sharp, yeah.
And that's exactly what it was for, is to help companies to know, here's that entire list of things that you should consider. And we know not every company is identical, and so we've made it to be very flexible to show you, but it takes 6 major steps in order to do that. You want to evaluate, you want to set your strategy, set your intentions, understand what your organization looks like, and then you go and you start governing that and making sure that you're setting a good governance documentation, because we've seen lots of companies that just go and do and then realize, wait a minute, I've got to untangle this and build governance around it. So when you build that governance early in the adoption phase, it makes your process much easier.
Yeah.
Well, after 20 years, we incorporated White Glove in our selling process of the symposium, and it obviously helped with some of the efforts that we have out there. So we appreciate your sponsoring it.
No, it's been great. And so, I mean, working with you and some others that are helping organize the event, it's been so seamless, and it's definitely first class. And to see some of the people that actually are attending, I mean, we have people from American Airlines. We were just talking to the CEO of Lennox. I mean, there's some heavy hitters here, and we're excited to
We've got
chat
a
with them.
very, very strong alumni network.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a great part of networking.
I noticed on the name badges, and I've been looking at everyone's, right? And you'll see bold leadership, bold entrepreneurship. Can you walk us through what was the intent behind that, and what's the overall theme that you're wanting people to leave this event with, specific to that?
Well, we've been bold leaders. One of the recognitions we got in there from one of the professors was that our club is considered one of the best in the Kellogg network, probably lot of alumni networks, but we have Kellogg's done a great job at pushing leadership, and bold leadership is one of their big things. So we kind of added that on top of our theme, and but we have examples of people who are bold leaders to actually brag about. So
I saw that the alumni and speaker lineup that you had, and I did some research. And many of them I knew already, but just to take a look at some of the initiatives that they're going after or have accomplished, I'm like, wow, that's a lineup. So you all did a great job when you're speaking of bold leadership, those heavy hitters, those that are out front, creating change, making an impact, and bringing others along with them. Very excited about that.
So one of the challenges with technology is the adoption, and I think that overlays with the leadership expectations. So you talk about like what it takes to become a leader that's really helping that change management as you're adopting new technology, new strategy.
Well, I think the word adoption is sort of a weak word, because the word commitment is going to be a lot better, because it's not for the faint of heart, because there's magic. You can get sucked into the magic, but then there's also a process like you guys do.
Right.
So I mean, you know that you don't just wave a wand and it comes.
Yes. There's a lot of hand-to-hand
although
combat.
you get around and chat GPT, and then all of a sudden you feel like
you feel
there's
very
all
smart.
sorts of magic happening. So you go, listen, did I just say that? That's good.
I review some of my emails. I'm like, wow, I sound really good there.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So,
love it.
I like seeing the fact that the next generation is actually going to learn grammar from them, or so, because communicating through your normal writing techniques hasn't been very impressive.
Sentences have not; they've just gone and died.
It's emoticons now, right? But now we're getting. Although I did a emoticon policy on one of my GPTs the other day, and it just will not. I don't know what's going on in the hard coding on the back end of chat, but I cannot get those emojis off. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that. Speaking